Hello again, friends. Today we are doing another Transformers unboxing, like I said I would, and this is another Age of the Primes, kind of like Souls Prime here, from like a few videos back. Remember Souls Prime was Forge or Souls Prime? One of the better known of the 13 Primes, besides like the Fallen. Megatronus the Fallen. Well, this is not Megatronus I'm unboxing. It's PRIMA Prime, the very first Cybertronian that Primus made. The original Prime, the very first Cybertronian Primus ever made. So this is the first Cybertronian. Now, I need to remind you guys, this isn't the first Transformer, even though it's a Transformers toy that can transform. Prima and the other Prima was the first Prime, not the first Transformer. None of the 13 Primes could have actually transformed. Not even Souls here could transform into a Cybertronian truck. The only Prime that could actually transform was Amalgamus Prime, the first Transformer. Not the first Cybertronian, but the first Transformer. Who was so powerful at transforming, his body would always be transforming. Like, his body would always be shifting into different positions, just so that he could transform. Because he was the first Transformer, always able to transform any way he wanted. But couldn't stay in one form. So he could change it however he wanted, he just couldn't stay in one form. So he was always changing. But this is Prima, the very first Cybertronian. So basically Adam in a Transformers lore. Kinda like Adam and Eve, but like this is like Adam and Transformers lore, the very first Cybertronian. So Prima, the very first Prime and the very first Cybertronian. Let's go ahead and unbox it. Or we could go look behind it because this looks awesome. So, Prima Prime comes with the Star Saber. And if you look closely on the Star Saber, it has a matrix in it. The matrix of leadership, because Prima was the very first Prime and the owner of the matrix of leadership out of the 13 Primes. The matrix powers the Star Saber. And the cool thing is, Prima and Solus are the two better known ones besides Megatronus. There is a third famous one called Alpha Trion. You probably know him. He was in Transformers 1 and was the person who made Optimus a Prime, Orion Pax a Prime, in the G1 series. He's the one that gave him the Matrix in the G1 series. Um, but those four are the well-known ones. Because Souls Prime has her Forge of Souls Prime, which was a tool that they needed in Transformers Prime. And Optimus used the Forge of Souls Prime to fix the Star Saber for him to use in Transformers Prime. So both of these guys' tools were in Transformers Prime. Because Optimus uses the Star Saber and has the Matrix. And had to use the Forge of Souls Prime in order to actually fix it because it was broken because of how old it was. So anyway, let's go ahead and get him out of the package. So, see you in here in a second. Okay, so I got Prime out of his package. So look at the Star Saber in his hand with the Matrix powering it. Because the Matrix can come off, I believe. Yeah, it can. It's connected in there. There you go. A full Matrix this time, unlike the one Optimus has. Orion Pax has. So, the Matrix is what powers the Star Saber. But you can't use the Star Saber without the Matrix. So only a Prime who is worthy of the Matrix can actually wield a Star Saber, which is just pure energy. So it's an energy sword. Now, here's a size comparison between Solus and Prima, which is pretty much just Adam and Eve, because Solus was the first female Transformer ever. So let me just get them both on my hand. There we go. There's a size comparison. And Solus was also the smallest of the Primes. Actually, I take that back. She was second smallest. I forgot about my Cronus, who was literally the tiniest. Will be like that. I guess Solus doesn't want to be in this video. So those guys are pretty much just Adam and Eve, pretty much, because this was the first this is the first Cybertronian ever, and he was a guy. And Solus was the first female one. My Cronus is the smallest of the 13 primes. But here's a cool little thing. You can actually take the Matrix out of the Star Saber. And here's the Star Saber by itself, by the way. It looks awesome. But here's a cool little thing. You can take the Matrix out of this somehow. Just rip the Matrix out. Alright, there we go. Let's take the Matrix out. And just like Optimus does, you can pull his chest open and stick it in there if you want. So now, he has the Matrix inside of him, stored safely. Because the Matrix can revive other Transformers, or other Cybertronians in general. So, you can store it in your chest, and it basically makes him pretty much impossible to kill, as long as basically his spark cannot be taken. His spark cannot be hurt. So, blows to the chest cannot kill him now, because he has that inside of him and protects his heart, pretty much, because that's what spark is, pretty much. It's their heart, pretty much. So now, the only way to kill someone who has the Matrix in their chest is by the head, which is much harder. Or just completely destroy them. Just destroy their entire body where they can't do anything. Because you can't hurt their heart anymore, which is their main weakness. Which only leaves their head, which is a smaller target, or, and much harder to hit, or do what Sentinel did with Ironhide in Dark of the Moon, and just destroy their entire body, because, well, then your spark doesn't really matter, because your entire body is gone. Because without your entire body, what's your spark gonna do? But I am going to go ahead and yank this out of him. I'm gonna go ahead and yank the Matrix out of him. Just yank the Matrix out of his chest real quick. This is really difficult to get out. And that's it. I'm using Star Saber. Okay, I am just not using Star Saber. Ah, there we go. Got it out. I just realized the video was paused, and I don't even remember where I was last. But basically, you could put his Matrix in his chest. You could open it up like so. and shove it in there. You can see you can store it in there. But I already did that. I'm not doing it again because it's a pain in the butt to get out. But this thing can come apart. So now you have an unactivated Star Saber, and you can just turn it on like a lightsaber. So let's go ahead and start transforming this guy who, lore wise, ain't supposed to transform. But he has an ultimate anyway, so let's go ahead and go transform him. So first up, we're going to take this out and open up the instructions because it's my first time transforming him. Ooh, this is cool. I didn't know this. You can store it on his backpack because he has a little bit of a backpack right here, and a little peg on the back. You can just store it like that. It's on his back if you don't want him fighting. So just store it on his back like that on the side. But I don't want that right now, so his Star Saber is gonna go there. Let's go ahead and open this up. So first things first, you open up his hands somehow. Ah, like that. Alright, so you open up his hands. Just open them so that you could do stuff with them. There you go. And now you fold his arm, his hand, inside of his arm, where it belongs. Okay, I guess that's as far as it can go. Okay, well, I guess that's as far as it can go. You spin it, I believe. That's what it's trying to tell me. So now you spin that around. And now the entirety of his back can come back. Okay. So I'm trying to see. So now this entire bit right here with his head and chest can spin around. So the wheels are now out. You bring the wheels out. You bring the wheels on the other end because they can rotate around like so. And now you just bring his head down to where his wheels were. What is it telling me to do? I am confused on what it's trying to tell me to do now. Because that instruction's unclear. I'm confused 1 second. Ah, I figured it out. His chest can come down. Like so. Okay. Anyway, his back needs to be raised up now. Like up here. And make a closer look at the instructions. Um, rotate these out. I believe it's already out that way. Why is my arm shaking? Like Why is my arm shaking? Yeah, I don't know if you can see that, but my arm is just shaking and I have no idea why. It might be stress related. It might be because I haven't eaten much today. Maybe because I haven't drank anything. I don't know. I'm just gonna blame it on stress. I really need this still. This is actually affecting me. Just please. I really don't want to have a panic attack while I'm doing this. Okay, so these go up like so. Make them in YMCA. But now they need to look like so. Y. Okay, look. Make them in the Y. Make them in the Y. MCA. Okay, well, anyway, enough joking around. Let's go ahead and see what I need to do for this guy. Transform him the rest of the way. So literally, just connect him? Like so, I guess? I don't know. Ooh, yay, I can connect him. Just like that. So there's that. So there's that. He is halfway into his robot mode. I mean, car mode. So now I need to turn this around to see the back. Okay, you literally just flip the hood, or the grill. I mean, not the hood. Just flip it over. Okay, there's that. I had it in a little too far. So it's supposed to look like this. So now his grill is down. So now you need to connect the arms into the grill, like so. Bring this up, connect it all together inside of there, because you can see inside of there, and that's where you need to connect it. So see, all that's hollow now. And I believe, well, no, next step is down here, in the wheels, in his legs. So that's like the front of his car done. He's a Cybertronian car, just like Solus was. I will transform Solus back into her car mode, even though it was a pain in the butt last time. And just so I could show you guys how to, a size comparison between their vehicle modes and their, car modes and robot modes. Vehicle and car modes. Wow, I am going insane. I can't focus on anything. Okay, anyway, these go up. These wheels go up out of his legs, straight up and over, just like that. And now you bring his feet back in there, just like in there. And now you connect his legs together, like so. His legs are now connected. So that goes down, and these need to go up. His legs need to go up and over, like so. So now the rest of this needs to connect together to the front of the vehicle, just just like that. So now there's still this little bit underneath him that we're gonna need to put in there somewhere. Good, didn't tell us to do that yet. So now we just connect that under him, I guess. So yeah, like that, I guess. And now for that, I just guess goes in where it needs to go. Okay, well that's his car mode. It's like a Cybertronian van. But let's go ahead and go see his weapon storage. So in between his legs right here, or the top of his car, you can stick, I believe, hold on, it's in two pieces. I believe you can stick this piece. There's like a little peg, like in the center down there. You see the little black bit down there? Yeah, there's like a little peg down there you can stick this in. I'm gonna try to, but I believe I'm gonna need to take a matrix out for that to work. So I'm gonna try it, but I'm not entirely certain, but I will try. Might also just be, oh, that's it. So you just stick that in there, and it looks cool. Oh yeah, that is it. It was the sword, not the hilt. So now it has like a little blue streak down the center. Kind of like it's just going real fast. It's just, it has the blue streak behind it. It has like a little quick power. Real quick, I'm gonna shove the matrix back in. I don't want to lose it. But there's another way of doing things. Actually, wait a minute. I'm gonna shove that back in there because you can actually put this somewhere. Like there's this little hole down here, right here, between the wheels, and you can just shove it underneath the car in there, just like that. And now you can just drive with it underneath it. Mhm. But there is one other way you could do this, and it's if you want to battle in car mode, I guess. Because you just do this and ignite the sword again, and just shove it right in the front of the vehicle. So now it's like a little, and you can just you can just joust with it. Just, and just jab anyone like a narwhal in the ocean. Just, so now I'm gonna go ahead and take this out. Really cool weapon. and show you something else it can do. Because this guy has another function for his wheels. Because Cybertronians, they don't act like normal cars. So, you just bring his wheels out of it, just flatten his wheels. Flatten his wheels a bit. And now he's flying. He could be a hovercraft. Because see, now his wheels are just hovercraft things. A narwhal of a hovercraft. So just imagine it flying and just ramming into you with a sword ignite. Now this guy is really cool for the first ever Cybertronian. But I am going to put him back, his wheels back how they go, to show you how he is with Solus in her vehicle mode. So see how he is with Solus in her vehicle mode. And I'll see you guys here in a minute. Okay, I got Solus into her robot in her car mode. And it fixes that sword. Anyway, here's a size difference. He's a lot more beefier. And here's from the side. He is a lot bigger. From this angle, you probably can't even see Solus. Yeah, so, and that's her on top of it. Yeah, so, there's a size comparison from Solus from the same series of the 13 primes. Neither of which of these characters could have actually transformed, but still cool takes on it. Plus, this guy kind of has the ability to fly, which is awesome. Because he could just change his wills to be hovering, as I said. So, yeah, he could just be hovering. Mm, so he could just be a hovercraft if he wants to be. But yeah, that's Prima. Prima Prime, the very first Transformer. The very first Cybertronian. Sorry. I hope you liked the video. Hope you liked the character. And remember to like and subscribe if you liked the video. I'll see you guys in the next video. And comment down below if you want more videos. If you want more videos of Transformers like this. I'm stuttering. Why do I keep stuttering? Anyway, comment down below if you want to see me spend $50 on Megatronus because he's kind of big, the biggest of the primes. I believe he is the biggest. I know it's the strongest primes, and was one basically whenever Primus was making the 13 primes, he was poisoned by Unicron with a little bit of dark energon, and while he was making the primes, he cured himself from poison, I believe. The thing is, the curing himself of the poison, he put all of it in Megatronus, which turned him into the evil prime known as the Fallen. Now, I could have got Megatronus a while ago. The thing is, I didn't have a job at that point, and I didn't have enough money to buy him. So, if I want to buy him, I'm gonna need it shipped to my house. So, yeah. Let me know if you want to see Megatronus Prime or the Fallen in the next few videos. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Remember to subscribe and goodbye. See you later, friends. And I really, really hope they keep Daredevil. I really need this game. I really, really need it. Please, just give it back.